This evening, Ministry of Public Telecommunications seeks to close the technology gap. Government is going green. Eco-friendly power company is expected soon, says Minister Simona Brooms. Local company to provide scholarships for aspiring tech geniuses. In the region, the Bahamas is on high alert after the recent Manchester bombing. And internationally, the person responsible for the Manchester bombing has been identified.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Ramsville Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. The Ministry of Public Telecommunications has been hard at work over the past year. Guest reporter Valen Holland explained some of the plans the ministry has for the youth of Guyana.
The Ministry of Public Telecommunications has expressed a commitment to improving educational access to technology, more specifically the Internet.
Free Internet access in 101 places that didn't have it before.
Speaking at a Youth Career Expo and Health Fair on Wednesday, Minister of Public Telecommunication Catherine Hughes announced that over 101 public education campuses throughout the nation now have access to the Internet.
And I'm happy to say that already we have connected the computer labs and the admin blocks and staff rooms of over 101 schools and educational institutions, including the 3 campuses of UG, the Cyril Potter School, the Guyana School of Agriculture. So we are well on our way.
Minister Hughes also charged students to use their access to technology in a responsible manner. This is integral for the youth of Guyana. Minister Hughes explained that smart uses of the Internet can not only educate students, but it can even make them very wealthy.
I'm reminding you of how important proper use of the Internet is. And why is that? Because once you can access the Internet, you can learn. You can do your research. You can develop that business. You can market that business. You can find customers from any part of the world, and you can earn your living and shape your life.
Additionally, she encouraged students to not limit themselves to merely users of technology. Rather, they should even strive to be innovators in technology.
So I want you to know how to fix the phones, how to assemble the laptops, the iPads, and the cell phones. I want some of you to study computer engineering, and the world will become your oyster. If you're a creator, you will find a lot of work in the computer software industry, in programming, in developing apps, or creating learning tools for children, for even games. You all know that there are multi-millionaires that have come about from creating computer games. And you will again have the means to establish your own business.
It is the view of the Ministry of Public Telecommunications that today's technology-savvy generation of school children will be able to bring Guyana into the 21st century. This is Valen Holland reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Valen. Representatives of the Green Power Company is expected in Guyana by June or July, says Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simona Brooms. Andrew Weeks reports.
Minister Brooms, who attended the Latin American Down Under Conference May 17 to the 18, 2017, says the Australian government is working to enhance its relations with the nation and the economies of Latin America, and particularly strong partnership is emerging in the mining sector. According to Minister Brooms, the conference was very beneficial, and investors she managed to forge a relationship with saw her presentation has been attractive, and the team from the Green Power Company is expected in Guyana to look at our mining industry. She made this disclosure to Gina recently.
That was showing an interest in Guyana. I met with the director and the CEO for the Green Power, and that is the company that will be down here dealing with lithium. And they were very pleased with the outcome of the meeting and have agreed to come to Guyana no later than August. It can be before, but they were informed they want to go into the interior, and because of the rainy period, the weather condition and the road patterns and so on, that is why they will be here July or August latest. But they had wanted to come forward before. They're impressed and want to also look at other minerals. They said that they're happy for the level of transparency that this government is starting to open up, and so as investors, they're comfortable.
Latin America Down Under Conference provides a rare opportunity for governments, companies, suppliers, media and investors to network and share their stories and experiences. Minister Brooms did just that, and according to Minister, a number of questions were raised by investors which he saw as an informative way to set Ghana on a trajectory for business in the mining sector. Women in mining was also a key issue at the conference, which Minister Brooms ensured attendees understand the importance not only for Guyana, but from a global perspective. Brooms' presentation was based on exploration and syndicates, which was well received at the conference by those in attendance.
It was well received. In fact, when the Governor General gave his remarks, he spoke to the challenges that lots of countries have dealing with the small and the medium scale miners. So in that regard, it looks as if Guyana has already gone ahead in seeing how you mobilize, how you cluster them, how we're treating with the environment. That was a major part of my presentation too. How we assist them in overcoming their different challenges, economical situation, and to see where we can come in from a government. The government also is signing up with the investment development agreement policy with them so that they could benefit from the duty-free concessions and these initiatives to encourage them. So that was well received, and in fact, several of the companies when we met said it's a real safe news for investors, because oftentimes coming into a country as a foreign investor, overlapping with the smaller miners and all the problems that are there, sometimes it makes it very challenging. That was what one of the directors, two of them in fact, indicated. So to know that Guyana is going down that line, they feel safe, because then you have the area set aside, so you will not be infringing or interfering and less overlapping, and which will have less conflict with major companies or investors if they want to come into an area.
Latin America Down Under Conference has grown into the premier forum for Australian-Latin American relations, showcasing the very best of this growing relationship. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up on Headline News after the break, local company to provide scholarships for aspiring tech geniuses, and First Lady celebrates Guyanese philanthropist.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Guyana! Guyana!
The Central Housing and Planning Authority, under the patronage of the Government of Guyana, brings to you Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond Expo, a model village of modern, stylish and affordable housing designs. Prospective homeowners, here is your opportunity to engage with the banking and other financial institutions as well as insurance companies to discuss available financing options. The public will experience and enjoy wholesome entertainment for the entire family and savor the flavor of local and foreign cuisine as well as beverages at the food court. So tell a family, tell a friend and come visit Model Village. Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond opens on Friday, May 26 at 15 hours and runs from May 27 to 29. Time 11 to 22 hours each day at the Perseverance Housing Development Site, on the east bank of Demerara. Not too sure where that is? Just follow the Massey and Princess Hotel Road. This event is sponsored by Geico Construction, Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, Republic Bank, Turganol, New Building Society, and Courts.
Expo, be there.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town. Served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Ministry of Education teams up with one local company to expand technology literacy. Technology is advancing at an almost mind-numbing speed. Software systems, hardware, and pieces of equipment that were state-of-the-art yesterday are obsolete tomorrow. In today's information-driven world, up-to-date training is imperative for a nation's success. With this in mind, the Ministry of Education, Department of Culture, Youth, and Sports, has partnered with Global Technologies to create the Kevon CPO Memorial Scholarship Fund.
The Department of Youth will be presented with 10 scholarships from Global Technology to be given to youths across Guyana in the remembrance of young Kevon Scipio, a Richard Ishmael student and a member of Pan Wave Steel Band Academy who tragically lost his life before the independence flag raising ceremony where he was scheduled to play.
This scholarship, valued at around 200,000 Guyana dollars each, will aid 10 financially disadvantaged school children each year. Ministry within the Ministry of Education, Nicolette Henry, thanked Global Technologies for their contribution. The Chief Executive Officer of Global Technologies, George Melville, explained the nature of the scholarship.
So it's probably going to be between $2 to $3 million in training we made available to the Ministry of Education today. Okay. And the scholarships will basically be catered to students individually. For example, if a student comes to us and say they'd like to become a programmer, we will take them from the foundation package right through all of our programming tracks. So at the end of it, they can actually write code. If a student comes to us and say they'd like to be a Microsoft engineer, we will take them from the from the foundation package to the technician package, the A+, Network Plus, right up to MCSA.
The company has been in operation for nearly 20 years. As such, Melville is proud of his company's contribution to the youth over the years.
Global Technology has been providing technology training to youths in Guyana for about 19 years. And over that time, we've probably trained about 40,000 students. So if you go to any major organization in Guyana and you ask them if their employee, any one of their employees, if they've been a part of Global Technology in some way, whether it's for training or certification, chances are 85 to 90% of them would say yes.
The scholarship will pay for the educational program for the student from start to finish. The educational tracks at Global Technologies range from several weeks to a year, depending on the student's original understanding of the topic. The government of Guyana welcomes a donation of 5 million Guyana dollars from ExxonMobil Guyana, which will be handed over to the Civil Defense Commission to assist in relief efforts for flood-affected areas in Cayuni-Mazaruni, Region 7, and Pataro-Siparuni, Region 8. Senior Director, Public and Government Affairs at ExxonMobil Guyana, Ms. Kimberly Brassington, made this commitment today to Acting Director General of the CDC, Major Kester Craig. She said that the company takes its corporate social responsibility to the citizens of Guyana seriously, and added that in times of crises, it is important that resources are combined to ensure a rapid response. She said, quote, "We would like to support the CDC and the regions to respond rapidly to address the needs of the affected residents. Anywhere ExxonMobil operates, including Guyana, we take our corporate social responsibility seriously, and this is a situation and opportunity where the communities are in need, and we can come together and find a way to help." Last Saturday, First Lady Sandra Granger lauded Caring for Others Incorporated CEO Esseline Richmond Shockley as someone who keeps her promise to the Guyanese people, as she and volunteers distributed clothing and food items to over 500 Lindeners. Andrew Weeks reports.
Over 500 Lindeners showed up for the Caring for Others clothing and food distributions on Saturday last. The event took place opposite the Wismar Market. Attending were Minister of Social Protection, Amna Ali, and First Lady of Guyana, Mrs. Sandra Granger. At the presentation ceremony, Mrs. Granger said she was very impressed when she visited her Atlanta main office in 2015.
I know whatever Mrs. Esseline Shockley says she's going to do, she does it. And she does it far beyond your expectations.
Mrs. Granger went on to state that she is very grateful to Esseline Shockley for her thoughtfulness and caring.
Not only caring, but with the belief that she has that you do not treat people as if they are rejects or if they just have to take what they get, but she looks to give them the best of what she can get to share with them. I'd like to say to Esseline, on behalf of the people of Guyana, because I know she's been here, and in other areas before. She told me this is the last outreach. Thank you very much for your thought and your caring and your love of country.
Also saying thank you were Minister Amna Ali, who repeated the same sentiments of the First Lady and said,
"I'm very happy to be here this afternoon, and I would say, first and foremost, thanks to Esseline Shockley and Caring for Others. I want to tell you that though you may not know, but it is Mrs. Esseline Shockley who would normally send all those beautiful toys which we would distribute to Linden.
Mrs. Shockley, in her remarks, told the people of Linden this will not be the last time Linden will see Caring for Others.
This trip, we were celebrating my father's 100th birthday. So my brother flew in as well, and he was at some of the other distribution sites. Unfortunately, he could not have been here, but my sister Morette is here. And I want to thank all of the volunteers who came in from Georgetown to help. But let me say this to you. To whom much is given, much is required. And And let us remember the poor is going to be with us always. And we are not going to turn our backs on the poor. I'm going to be here to the end. It doesn't matter who, I'm going to be here until God calls me home. So remember, I'm coming back next year. Okay, with God's blessing.
The First Lady, Sandra Granger, and Minister Amna Ali stayed through the entire distribution, along with the mighty army of CFO volunteers from Georgetown and Linden, as hundreds of Lindeners received brand new clothing and food items. A few persons made the following remarks about the distribution.
The items provided are very good, and all I can say is may God bless her to continue the good work.
The poverty would never ever be eradicated from our society. The government could play a part in trying to bring some relief to people who are really pauperized.
Well, I think the government is trying, and it's very good. First Ladies A plus the Ali. You know, I think it's good to people want everything one time, but we got to take our time to do things. Yes.
I hear you.
I think so. Yes.
What are your thoughts about this afternoon's activities, ma'am? You think it's a good gesture?
Yes.
You like the items you're getting? Good?
We can't afford these thin items these days. You know, you like to buy them, but you can't buy them.
The Caring for Other team can say it was a blessing to bless others. And I can tell you, Mrs. Shockley will have lots to tell her donors when she reports to them at the 2017 Art of Caring Reception and Feast Gala in October 14 this year about what transpired in Guyana. Just love and caring.
Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead, we have our regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
John Lewis Styles, simply different.
Guyana! Guyana!
The Central Housing and Planning Authority, under the patronage of the Government of Guyana, brings to you Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond Expo, a model village of modern, stylish, and affordable housing designs. Prospective homeowners, here is your opportunity to engage with the banking and other financial institutions as well as insurance companies to discuss available financing options. The public will experience and enjoy wholesome entertainment for the entire family and savor the flavor of local and foreign cuisine as well as beverages at the food court. So tell a family, tell a friend, and come visit Model Village. Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond opens on Friday, May 26 at 15 hours and runs from May 27 to 29. Time 11 to 22 hours each day at the Perseverance Housing Development Site on the east bank of Demerara. Not too sure where that is? Just follow the Massey and Princess Hotel Road. This event is sponsored by Geico Construction, Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, Republic Bank, Turganol, New Building Society, and Courts.
Expo, be there.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, Join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Now opened, the new thriving Chinese restaurant Providence location. Perfect for large events, exquisite menus featuring traditional Korean, Chinese and Western cuisine, elegant grand dining room and seats for over 500 persons. Also additional seating on the upper flat, luxurious VIP rooms and an elevator for your comfort. The new thriving Chinese restaurant second location above Massey Supermarket, Amazonian Mall, Providence. For reservation call 623-4097 or 657-9067.
And news from the region now. In the Bahamas, Foreign Affairs Minister of the Bahamas, Darren Henfield, put Bahamians on alert on the Manchester bombing in England. He told this to ZNS Network News yesterday. Here's more.
Investigations are underway into an explosion at a pop concert in Manchester, England yesterday. International reports confirm at least 22 dead in what's being described as a terrorist act.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Darren Henfield, confirmed to our news team today that the Bahamas sent a diplomatic note of condolences to the United Kingdom government.
We reached out to a High Commission in London, and it was reported to us that no Bahamians were impacted directly or indirectly. That's registered Bahamians, because Bahamians may be somewhere else that we're not aware of, have been impacted by it. We'd also like to encourage Bahamians to remain alert. We live in a day when terror can strike anywhere. The means of using violence to forward or project political ends, it's becoming too common among us. And so we'd like Bahamians, as they travel anywhere in the world, to be observant, remain alert. Look around you. If you see something, say something, because terrorism is all of our business. Of course, it goes without saying that we stand with the nations of the world in condemning acts of terror, and we wish to see an end to it as soon as we can possibly do so.
And internationally, police have named 22-year-old Salman Ramadan Abedi as the person suspected of carrying out the suicide attack at Manchester Arena on Monday evening. Abedi was born in Manchester on New Year's Eve 1994 to Libyan parents who had fled the country after becoming opponents of Colonel Gaddafi's regime. Abedi went to school in Manchester and on to Salford University before dropping out and worked in a bakery. BBC reports.
The face of Salman Abedi, identified as the Manchester suicide bomber. He's now thought to have had help, quite possibly from an expert bomb maker. This amateur footage taken yesterday is believed to show his brother Ismail being arrested in Manchester. At the Abedi family home nearby, police used explosives to gain access and then search for clues. But there are international connections to this plot. From Manchester, Abedi is believed to have recently gone to Libya, a failed state, and today the French Interior Minister said that war-torn Syria was also a country he'd probably spent time in. Increasingly, investigators have been coming around to the conclusion that the bomber, Salman Abedi, was not working alone, that he was simply the mule carrying a device that was designed and built for him by somebody else. That bomb maker would still be at large, which is why the UK terror threat level has been raised to critical. MI5, the security service, is working with the police and other intelligence agencies to try and trace every possible connection Abedi had, both in this country and abroad. This is what we know about Salman Abedi. He was born in Manchester in 1994, of Libyan parents from Tripoli. He dropped out of Salford University, and he was already known to the security services.
In fact, the individual I spoke to yesterday, who is a very close friend of the family, described him as really a very naive individual. And that really suggests to me that he would not have been able to put the explosive belt and to build it on his own. He must have had some support, helping him doing that.
Meanwhile, the search for clues continues. They're forensic, They're digital, and they are testimonies from both witnesses and suspects. This, say the police, is a fast-moving, wide-ranging investigation. Frank Gardner, BBC News.
And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and safetvguyana.com. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.